I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be flipping through my October Daily 2020 album, or I should say albums, because it was so fat I had to do it in 2 albums, but it was a lot of fun. Let me start with October 1st through the 12th, which is in album number 1. This is a 4x4. I believe this is actually a Project Life album. So my opening page, or my title page, I used some Tim Holtz, I think these are baseboards, the really thick ones. I added a little charm with a key and a lock on here, so it's like you're opening a secret book. On the front, I just have a label sticker with October 2020. I have the calendar because I like to see the actual day of the week that the dates fall on for the year, and added a bug from Tim Holtz. And this background paper is from Allie Edwards' October Stories by the Month. For my reason why, I basically created a letter to October and talked about why I adore this season so much. This was fun. This was the Hulaween silhouette cut file from Paige Evans from her shop on the Silhouette store, and I just backed it up with some fun papers. I think these are Martha Stewart, and this is the Hey Pumpkin line from Crate Paper. I did the same paper on the front and the back. That was fun. Day 1 was 31 days until Halloween. It was all about my decorating. So just my favorite things from around the house. I loved these pumpkins this year. They're just ceramic pumpkins with a little tea light in them, and they just made the perfect glow around the house. I put an acetate page between this one and the picture because it was scratching up my photo. So that's what that is, and I just sewed a little piece of fabric on there. This was a 4x6 insert from Simple Stories, and I just folded it in and just added some embellishments on the front, added day 1. So all of my days have the same number on them, the same style. I've used, okay, let me remember where this number is from. It's from Ellie's Studio. It's the Winifred, I think, stamp set. I will link it below, and then if it's still available. And then these are the Tim Holtz, geez, I can't think of it. The Tim Holtz metal rings. I don't remember what they're called, but I will link them below. So this is just more decorations from around the house, and the story about how I love the glow of the pumpkins, the glow of the lights on the mantle, the glow of the candles. I love to sit in the dark and listen to music or watch a fall movie. There's something cozy and magical about it. More decor on the back. For day 2, this was really fun. I found this template for toe tags on Etsy, and I created toe tags for me and Kevin. So Kevin, his cause of death was monkey attack because my nickname is Monkey, so basically he's saying that I attacked him. And his place of death was the conservatory, which is from Clue. That's one of the rooms in Clue, and that's one of my favorite games. And then I just said October 2020, 3:50 p.m. And the morticians were Lem and Phil, which is from a show, Better Off Ted, if you've ever seen that. That was that. And then mine was an airplane crash, and place of death was in the air. This is also kind of an inside joke with my family because we had a funny song that we created, me and my brothers, when we were really young, about this guy that dies in an airplane crash, and he has 10 lives, and it was flight 547, and so I put my time of death as 547, and the guy's name in the song was George, so I put him as the mortician. That was just fun, something fun. I created this pocket, and I know people have been asking for a tutorial on how to create these pockets, so I will put that on my channel. I just need to have time to make the video. but they're really fun and simple, and they just add another element of texture and, you know, different sizes and things. I just love to have lots of texture and sizes in these small albums. And on the back for day 2 is Hulaween, and if you're subscribed to Hulu, they have, for the holiday, they have what they call Hulaween, and they have all their Halloween shows. So we went through all of our favorite episodes and watched all the Halloween episodes. And I just paired that with a photo of my husband and I in our masks because that was something different for this year. For day 3, I was baking cupcakes, and I had these cake toppers from Martha Stewart that I added on the top, and I had some Halloween sprinkles. That was a lot of fun. And I used this paper that I cut out these little flags and added them in because they said come in for a bite, which I thought was cute. Added this bat. This is from a silhouette cutout. Again, I created a pocket, and I actually just sewed it into the 4x4 sheet protector so that when you pull out the insert, it doesn't actually pull the pocket out. So inside here, I have printed out Let's Bake and the journaling and just a story of me baking. This is from Ali Edwards. I believe it's the October Stories by the Month kit. Day 4, we watched Scream. Actually, this was the first time I'd ever seen Scream, so that's what I'm journaling about here. I just added a tag that said Scary Good there, and horror movies. These stamps are from Carrie Bradford. This is an Ali Edwards journaling card, and the paper is from scrapbook.com. They have one that for all these different scary movies, so I did that, and this was a silhouette cutout file. Day 5, I have Zero from The Nightmare Before Christmas, and I had Nightmare Before Christmas socks that I bought this year, so I just took some photos of me wearing the different pairs of socks and added those here. Added the tag from the socks and just added some glitter, not glitter, sequins there. Day 6 is about my book that I got, my Harry Potter book, and it was the Quidditch book here. And so I did a post on Instagram about my love for the Quidditch book and how I loved all the illustrations, and the illustrator actually commented on my Instagram post, which I thought was cool. And then I just took and copied or scanned different pictures from the book and printed them out and put them in here because I thought they were really cute. That one, and I think, yeah, Quidditch Through the Ages. And I did a journal about it. I think it was just a little tiny journaling spot, Potterhead. I got this from In a Creative Bubble. This tag is also from In a Creative Bubble, and same with this. I created, actually this is a photo that I printed out and cut out and glued on the front of the pocket. Again, this is another pocket that I created. So I will, like I said, do a tutorial for how to make these pockets. And there's actually space inside to add journaling, but I didn't for this one. That was day 6. Day 7 is also all about Harry Potter. And this is a printout from Etsy, and it's a Hogwarts library card. And I just put my name there, and then I wrote a letter to Hogwarts, just talking about how I love watching Harry Potter every year in October. Added the symbol here, the Deathly Hallows, and then this is a technique that I used in my December Daily album, and I used it again here in October Daily. And in case I didn't mention, I did not finish my October Daily in October. I did not get very far at all. And it took me a really long time to finish this book this year, but it was fun, so I'm glad I have it. This is actually this technique is from an Allie Edwards December daily product play class. And she had, this year was texture, triangles, and transparencies. So this is from the triangle lesson, and it's creating a banner with different triangles. So I added a photo from the movie that we watched, and then the date that we watched the movie. I just messy stamped those, so those ones. And then I added a sticker on top. I think I got the stickers from Amazon. The paper is from the Witches and Wizards collection from scrapbook.com. I think it's Echo Park, but I could be wrong. So I just added that for all 8 of the movies and the dates that we watched them. And I put it on a transparency. Day 8 was very simple, and it was talking about the sweater weather that we had in Phoenix at 75 degrees, which most people wouldn't think that's sweater weather, but for us in Phoenix, that's awesome because it's starting to cool down for the fall. Day 9, we watched this Hulaween movie on Netflix, and I didn't really like it that much, but maybe I have to watch it again to enjoy it more. Sometimes I'm like that with movies where I have to watch it multiple times before I like it. Day 10 was all about 10 things that I'm loving in the 10th month. On the 10th day of the 10th month. This is an Allie Edwards chipboard. This is an Allie Edwards journaling card that I resized to square format. This is also from Allie Edwards. I don't remember what. It's from one of her classes, but I don't remember which one. I think it might be a December daily, and I just reformatted it to fit this size. And so I just put 10 things that I'm really loving about October. So I love autumn, I love candy, Harry Potter, Halloween decor, sweater weather, candles, pumpkins, pumpkin patch, full moon. This year we had a full moon, PSL, pumpkin spice latte, and Halloween, of course. So here I just created glitter, or I keep calling it glitter, a sequin pocket, and added the number here. And I love that I have this little pumpkin kind of peeking through on the back. Day 11 was my pumpkin spice latte day. Actually, we went on the 15th of October, but I'm documenting it here on the 11th. So I had a pumpkin spice latte gift card that I got from Starbucks, so I just put that in here. Picture of my latte. Of course, it had to be iced because it was still hot in Phoenix. And this, I just put a square paper and then I sewed it onto some background paper. This is from Ellie's Studio. On the back, I have a new mug that I got this year. This is a Raydon Witch's Brew mug, which I loved. And day 12 is actually all about my different Halloween mugs and teas that I like to drink during the season. And I sewed these little pockets into the page protectors again. They're little 2x2 pockets. And then in the opposite pages, I added either a mug or the cut out from the tea bag. So I liked this Bigelow pumpkin spice tea. And then in the pockets, I added the tag from the tea. And I have just a little piece of paper just to add some interest. These are from, excuse me, Allie Edwards Physical Stories by the Month kit for October. And added a charm from Tim Holtz. So I have my Beetlejuice mug, like I said, Bigelow pumpkin spice tea. I have my Hogwarts Hedwig mug, and just added some journaling here on an Ellie's Studio card that I punched out to 2x2, and I added this Tim Holtz skull and crossbones on there. This is a rub-on from Tim. And more mugs on the back. This is a fall fox mug that I like. These are more Tim Holtz rub-ons that I just added onto tags, and the back of that Bigelow tea. So that's it for days 1 through 12. And then in my second album, days 13 through 31. This I did all, so I pretty much did most of album 1 in October, except like the Harry Potter stuff I did afterwards. This album I did all after October. So, and it is super, super chunky. I probably could have used 3 albums, but I just didn't want to have 3 albums. So it's just gonna be chunky. So day 13, this is from Tim Holtz. I just loved the way that this looked against this striped paper. It just seemed like so Tim Burton to me, and I love Tim Burton, so I had to use it. This is spiderweb acetate from scrapbook.com. These are some tarot cards I picked up last year, I believe, for Halloween. And this is from Allie Edwards. And these are from Tim Holtz. Again, another pocket that I created. So tons of different pockets. So you can see this one has these crazy looking cats, and then the black striped paper, and then my tarot cards. And on the back of the tarot cards, I added photos of different masks that I got for Halloween this year. So I had a Hogwarts Marauders map, and this one actually is black until it gets warm and then it turns color. So that's pretty cool. This one is from The Shining. This one is from Beetlejuice. And then I have a couple of Snapchat filters, which I just thought were fun. So put those in there. And then this is just talking about masks and Snapchat filters. So there's just a bit back in there. On the back, I have glued on a picture of our coffee station at home. So I have my Beetlejuice mug, and I have some Beetlejuice items that I got this year from Spirit Halloween, and our candy jar, which I love, and just some napkins. This next page, day 14, again, is just about our Beetlejuice decor and things I picked up. I have a Beetlejuice card set that I added, and this swings open, and this is a close-up of the shrunken head from the Beetlejuice show, which I loved that, and because I love all things mini, so I love that. And then I got some Beetlejuice cards, Polaroid photo of the ghost that Lydia took of her parents, and then my, what are these called? My sign. I just put, I myself am strange and unusual, and I had the sandworm picture of the Beetlejuice house, and then I added my stories on the back. And this is an Allie Edwards digital stamp. So that all just tucks back in here. And this is another page that I created as part of my prep pages. So it's just a belly band that's added onto some scrapbook paper. Day 15, these are the ghosts that we have out on our front porch, and they are wearing masks, so they were COVID appropriate this year. I added a little 2x2 pocket onto the front. I just taped it on with red line tape and added a little thumbnail hole right there. This is still kind of hard to get in and out. This just says bad to the bone. And day 15 added a little charm from Tim Holtz there that says foolish mortals. And on the back is the story about how our skeletons are following proper COVID-19 protocol this year. I picked this up from, it's Martha Stewart, and I thought it would be cool to add in here, so I added these tabs onto the back and added some Tim Holtz wallpaper. These are Tim Holtz ghosts, which are so cool. I love them. The die cuts, they're one of my favorite things of his. And then I have the Ghost of Mormon Row is what we call it. It's this awesome ghost. I don't even know, it's on a rope. I don't even know how they do it, but it looks so real. It's so cool. And so every year as we walk around our neighborhood, we say it's not Halloween until we see the Ghost of Mormon Row. So we saw that on the 15th this year. Day 16, we went to a drive-in theater or movie theater. It was actually just like a huge LCD billboard, but they were playing this old Cabin in the Woods movie, which I had never seen. So that was fun. We got this, you can't really see it here, but we got this huge bowl of popcorn and took that with us because we couldn't buy, or we didn't want to buy any snacks there. We just wanted to stay in the car, watch the movie. This is just a screenshot from the movie showing the monster board. So if you've never seen that, this is a pretty famous scene from that movie. And then they have like tons of different monsters in the movie. So I went online and found pictures of some of my favorite monsters. So there's the ballerina girl with the face that's just all teeth, the merman, and the unicorn. And I created this pocket as well ahead of time. And I added on here our tickets to the event. And then, whoops, on the back is just journaling about our date night. And I had these tickets, die cuts, and I thought they looked cute in there, so I just added them. Day 17, we took a road trip, a small road trip, like a 3-hour road trip. It was a day trip, and went and looked at fall leaves. We were a little bit late because the fall leaves were mostly already down on the ground, but it was still nice to just get out. We did stop at a restaurant and eat on the patio and had margaritas, which was actually the first time we had gone out to a restaurant since COVID started in like March of 2020. So it'd been like 7 months. So it was awesome just to go out. I stamped on the back, I'm here for the booze. This paper is from Pretty Little Studio, I believe. It's some vellum. Here's the leaves, so you can tell there's just not that many that were still left on the ground. And I was kind of disappointed because I wanted to get a nice leaf and laminate it and put it in here, but that didn't happen. Day 18, we did zombie masks. And I think we actually did these on a different day, but I was just telling the story on day 18. So my husband knows that I'm doing October Daily, and I love Halloween, and I love just all kinds of like events and things to do in October that have to do with spookiness, anything I can put in my October Daily album. So he actually found these and bought them for me, and he agreed to do the zombie mask with me. So that was cool. So I think these are Tim Holtz like zombie die cuts and blood die cuts. And in the back, I just added little tombstones with Tim Holtz rub-ons. Is he dead? And then this one is I'm a goner. So just to add interest. Day 19 was talking about Charlie Brown, the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown, and how it was for the first time in like 65 years, they weren't going to show it on network TV. You had to go to Apple TV to watch it. So this is from Carrie Bradford. Day 20, I was just documenting what we were reading and watching throughout the month. So this was actually day 20 and 21. So day 20, I had a book, The Ghost Hunter Next Door. What I have here, The Craft and Ghostbusters. So I made these tags. I have the tag die cut from scrapbook.com, the nesting tags, and I just sewed on some fabric. Day 22, I was talking about my bath bombs and enjoying soaking in the bathtub, and I was using the bath bomb this year. I turned my bath water purple. It had those pumpkins again, so I love those little glowing ceramic pumpkins. Had them around my house. Had my candle, just enjoyed having a bath. Day 23, I was talking about not a bad day, but a hard day that I was having at work. And my mother-in-law had made us this decoration. She sewed it herself and added lights in it. And so for some reason, that was the only thing that was making me happy that day, was just turning this on and just knowing that, you know, that I was loved by my mother-in-law. And so that was just a really cool story. So I'm just telling that in here. I'm not going to share it, but I did make a pocket out of this. So I cut the photo down a little bit and just sewed around it, and then put a pocket for the journaling in there. Day 24 is us going to the pumpkin patch. I did stamp on this photo, and I used a different kind of ink than I normally did, and so kind of faded, which I wasn't very happy about, but you can still see it there a little bit. So it's just me with my feet at the pumpkin patch and talking about us going to there. Day 25, I went out to lunch. We did a social distance. We called it a trunk lunch. And so we did those a couple times during the pandemic, where we would go to a drive-through, pick up food separately in our separate cars, and then we'd go and eat in a parking lot and park our cars like 6 feet apart and just sit in our trunks, because we both have SUVs, so easy to sit in, and just talk and eat our lunch together. So that's what I'm talking about there. And then I did go, first time that I went back to the salon, and I got a pedicure. So I was just talking about that. This is another pocket that I made, and I just added a charm onto this one that said Haunted Spirits. And on the back side, I have day 26. This was going to Spirit Halloween. So I have a picture of me in front of the store with my mask on. And the back was talking about how much I love Spirit Halloween, and I really wanted to go this year. So we found a way to make it work. We went like early morning when no one was there, and just went in and looked around and left. So day 27, I had purchased this new t-shirt that said Basic Witch, which I thought was funny. So just did a series of selfies with me in the t-shirt. And I added this on the back of the tag. I added a sticker that I got from Kelly Perky that just said, I think I'll try to find gravity and you can't pull me down. And you say witch like it's a bad thing. And that was Carrie Bradford's stamp. Day 28 is our candy that we were passing out, our candy dish at home, and candy corns, because I love candy corns, even though I can't really eat them very much. And by this point, I was tired of journaling, and I didn't think that there's a whole lot I needed to journal about. So I actually just stamped on the card here that just said, I'm here for the candy, and it had a candy corn. This is a Tim Holtz stamp. And there's that pumpkin on the back that I had stamped on the pumpkin patch. Pumpkin. Day 29 was carving pumpkins, and this is another Carrie Bradford stamp that says, if you've never carved a pumpkin, you don't know Jack. Day 30 is The Crow. It's Devil's Night, and the Crow movie is all about Devil's Night. So we watched that, and this is also my husband's favorite, one of his favorite movies. So added that here. This crow is from Martha Stewart, from that same package that has the house in it. And then this paper is from that same collection from scrapbook.com with all of the scary movies. So it had the crow, which you can't really see as I covered it up, but there's crows on this paper. Day 31, we had lots of activities going on. So I made caramel apples. So I just put some photos This is just a die cut, pretty much of what we did for Halloween: caramel apples, trick-or-treating, being spooky, carving pumpkins. We didn't go to a haunted house, but that's the only thing on that list we didn't do. This is just more pictures of making the caramel apples, and this is our jack-o'-lanterns this year. And on the back, I have just another die cut tag. It says trick or treat. We had like a little party in our backyard by ourselves, basically. So we just had some fun drinks and our caramel apples and candy and just decorated the table. I dressed up as a witch this year, so this was just part of my costume. And I'll come back to that journaling in a second. This is also a sticker. This is a wine label actually from Martha Stewart. I thought it was cute to go with my witch costume. So this was my costume. Picture of me that I actually like. I don't usually like pictures of me. So there's that. And then trick-or-treating, we put out a table and just spread the candy far apart so the kids could come up and just grab the candy and not dig around in the candy bowl or anything like that. So I had a picture of that. And then on the back, I have, like I said, it was a full moon. This is another die cut from Martha Stewart from that same pack with the house. And I just took a picture of the full moon that we saw as we were out on our walk for Halloween night. And then in here, I did add journaling for Halloween and just printed it out on the paper and then punched it out to look like a tag. And that just goes in the middle of this pocket. Again, another pocket that I created. And that is all of my October daily 2020. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Thank you so much.